Winnie! Crybaby Winnie! Crybaby Winnie! Winnie! Boop! Okay. Winnie! Hi! Hello! Hello, hello! Hello, everybody. I see a few people in the chat. Hello, hello, everybody. Hi, all. Sorry for the delay. I have a new phone, so let me know in the chat if you can see and hear me and see this whiny Winnie here on this weekend. Another weekend, which means it's weekends with Winnie and Gary. Boop, for Sunday, weekend of Sunday, March 24th of 2024. Hey there, John. Welcome to the chat. Hey, Marty. Hey, Jenny. See people in the chat. Can you hear me okay? Ah, there it is. Marty commented, there it is. And hello, Karen. Welcome. Can you all hear me okay? I'm on a new phone. Struggled with the new version of the YouTube app. Boop. Boop, boop. Great to hear, Karen. Hope everybody can hear me okay. Winnie. Hey, Lisa. Welcome. Let me know in the chat if you have sound, if you can hear me chatting here, or if it's quiet. I don't know. Oh no, Karen, sorry to hear that you got COVID. Sorry to hear that. Hello, Maddie. Welcome to the chat. Oh, it sounds good. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks, Marty. Look at this girl. Oh, look at this girl. Hey, Robo Kitten. Welcome to the chat. And Gary Boy is here too. My Gary Boy, they're both here pouting. They want food. Thanks, John. People can hear me. Okay. Gary, look at your eyes. They're gorgeous. So green. So green. These two knuckleheads are probably not going to be super playful. They're very needy right now. They're very much wanting food. Okay, we'll get you some food. I don't know how playful they'll be. Okay, Winnie, we'll get the restaurant set up here. Let's get your fine dining all set up here. We'll get the lighting going. Okay. Let's get the lighting going. Whoops, I'm pushing on the wrong thing. Okay there, ma'am. Chandelier is on. Hey, CM, welcome to the chat. Fine dining can begin, Winnie. She was complaining, so at the beginning of the stream, you could hear her whining. Look at her watching this. She's like, oh, she's purring now. I don't know if you could hear her. Winnie, are you a purring girl now? She's so excited. So exciting the restaurant is open and she can eat. Well, this poor boy is begging for scraps down below. Gary, you have food, buddy. You want some food? Gary does have food. Buddy, you want some food? Boop. Oh, buddy. So nothing major going on with them this week. So their gotcha day was on the 18th. So it's been 7 years. Ready? There he goes. 7 years since we adopted them, or they adopted us and made us their servants. Okay, Gary. Okay, buddy. One sec. It was March 18th of 2017. Hey there, Evelyn. Welcome to the chat. When Winnie and Gary walked into our home here for the first time. Come on, Gary. Come on, buddy. Gary, come on. Your food's here. I think he's going to try to get to Winnie's food there. There he goes. There you go, buddy. Hey, Daniel and Lucia. Welcome to the chat. He's already flinging food. Yeah, so their Gotcha Day anniversary was March 18th last week. It's pretty wild. We discovered Kitten Academy, where these two knuckleheads came from, in late 2016. It's like November or December 2016. A coworker of mine passed the interview for servants. Yes, it was a coworker of mine was setting up a monitor in our conference room, and she turned on to test out the big screen monitor on the wall in our office conference room. She put Kitten Academy on the screen, which was kind of funny. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's this? And so we started. Actually, I think that was in October. Maybe that was in October. She showed us that. And then ever since then, we kind of started following Kitten Academy. We really started watching it in late 2016. And we had a kitten, Walnut, our beloved Walnut, who had some issues and needed to pass on to another place. So we were without cats, and Kitten Academy just served this really wonderful place in our hearts because it just was, it provided us with the sounds of cats and kittens 24/7 in our house. So late 2016, we kind of started watching it a lot. Then in 2017 in January, we really started watching it just to have the sound of cats in our house. And so that was really a wonderful thing to have. And then we kind of fell in love with the fonts. That's when the fonts class first came to Kitten Academy. Was, I think, January 3rd is when they were born. Oh, that's right, the 3rd, yeah. January 6th is when Ariel, the mom cat, like Ariel the font, like the computer font, had her 4 kittens. January 6th. At a shelter that was local to Kitten Academy in Illinois and local to us here in Illinois. And she had 4 kittens, Garamond, Zap, Baskerville, and Wingdings, all names of computer fonts. And we fell in love with Winnie Wingdings. She was just the only girl. She was the little runt of the class. She was the smallest one. Where'd she go? Is she behind you? Or oh, there she is. And so there she is. Oops, sorry, shaky camera. So this little girl was just so silly and so needy and just so adorable, like she still is now. And she was the one that everybody was falling in love with, and we fell in love with her too. And this little silly girl just stole our hearts. And so we started talking to Kitten Academy, Mr. A and DJ, through some messages, and they knew we were serious about adopting them. So they were super sweet, super kind. Since we were local, you know, we only lived about like 5 miles apart when Kitten Academy was in Illinois here. We met for breakfast one day and chatted and everything, and then we visited Kitten Academy as well to take a look at Winnie. And it was funny because Winnie didn't really respond to us that well. She was kind of scared of everybody at the time. So
Gary was over roughhousing with
yeah,
Charlie.
right. And Gary was roughhousing with Charlie, which was the 5th kitten from the fonts class that mom cat Ariel took in. If you don't know that story, there was a bunch of kittens that were born, and their mom cat had some issues and didn't have a viable start to her time with her kittens, so she left, and then there was only Charlie left out of that group. And so Charlie was brought to Kitten Academy, and they did the wonderful thing of seeing if Ariel would take in Charlie as one of her own, and she did. So the fonts became 5, and so everybody was falling in love with Charlie. Charlie was the class favorite, and even DJ's favorite. And so we were falling in love with Winnie and all her antics. We went to Kitten Academy to visit, to meet Winnie in person, to see what she was like, to see if she liked us. And that so happened. Whoa, Gary, that actually so happened to be when Sarah Donner was actually visiting Kitten Academy as well. Sarah Donner is a wonderful musician out of Massachusetts. She runs the Club Smoosh Foster and works with Moby Kit Rescue, which is a wonderful rescue for mom cats and kittens in Massachusetts. She's also the musician who created the theme song for the Kitten Academy mailbag. So every weekend when you hear Kitten Academy mailbag and hear that jingle, that's Sarah Donner singing her song, and off she goes. So it was kind of a wonderful thing. They were visiting. Sarah and her friend were visiting and playing songs live on the Kitten Academy live stream in person. So it was really cool. We got to visit with kittens, meet Winnie and Gary and Mr. A and DJ and Sarah Donner all at the same time. Winnie, what's that? And so the thing is, we were a little worried because Winnie wasn't really responding well to us. She was so shy, so standoffish. Hey, Callie Mo. So standoffish. And she didn't seem to like us. She was so scared. But at the same time, the other two font cats, or kittens, I should say, Zap and Baskerville. Zap and Baskerville loved us. They were like crawling all over Jenny and me. So they were really like playing with us and hanging out. Gary was doing his own thing, roughhousing with Charlie. So that was an interesting visit for us. I think that was on the 11th of March, 2017. And so then what happened from there is we actually went to visit Jenny's family in Nevada near Las Vegas for a week. So that gave us a week to think about things. And at the end of the week, we decided, okay, we're going to put in an application to adopt Zap and Baskerville from the font class from Kitten Academy, just because they loved us and Winnie was being standoffish, Gary was doing his own thing. And when we got back, well, Winnie, what's that? She's shaking her paw. Winnie, come here. Winnie, what are you doing? Oh, I think she wants to play now. She's stalking this. Hey, Jen, is Gary down there? Oh, she's stalking this. She's stalking this. She's stalking. Whoa, there she is. And so that was on the 11th, and then we went to Nevada for a week. We came back, told Mr. A and DJ on the Friday that we got back, hey, we're interested in adopting Zap and Baskerville because they loved hanging out with us. And that's when they told us, oh, Zap and Baskerville have an adopter lined up already, approved. They beat us by 1 day. So we're like, oh, okay, oh no. So Mr. A and DJ said, well, why don't you come back again? And that very next day, we went over to Kitten Academy again to visit. And we were there during mailbag. And this time, we were visiting to see how Winnie and Gary were. Well, how Winnie was, really. And Winnie really loved us this time. She was playing with Jen. She was way more social. She liked us, so we weren't worried at all. We're like, oh, Winnie really loves us. So we're like, she's going to choose us. And then the funny thing is, when we were deciding, okay, we're gonna put in the application to adopt Winnie, we're like, oh, Gary's just amazing too. And Gary was playing with us, so we went right from the Kitten Academy after mailbag and hanging out with Mr. A and DJ and playing with the cats, and we went right to On Angel's Wings, which is the actual shelter that they used to work with here in Illinois. And we put in our application, made it official, and then we heard back very shortly after that that we were approved. And then we adopted them, basically brought them home on the 18th. So it was really something. It was such a wonderful time. It was kind of a whirlwind. Because in the matter of like 8 days or 9 days, we went to, wow, we're actually visiting Kitten Academy, this place we've been watching on our screens for months. You know, it was really cool. And then all of a sudden, we just went from that to meeting Mr. A, DJ, meeting Charlie, meeting Winnie, Gary, all the kittens and cats and faculty, to visiting family in Vegas area for a week, thinking, oh, we're gonna go adopt Zap and Baskerville, only to come back and then ultimately adopt Winnie and Gary, which we're so happy how it turned out. We love Winnie and Gary. But it was just such a whirlwind of like a few weeks. It was pretty wild. And then the rest is history. Oh, people are asking, what's that kitty in the glass front cabinet? That's a stuffed toy. Well, there's like a cat here, like a yoga cat. And then we got a stuffed toy that looks a lot like our beloved Walnut. So yeah, and then there's other stuff in there as well. We've got some of a Winnie and Gary's first things in there, some paw prints we took of them when they were kittens. Little wingdings heart that Dr. Brew gave us, and one for Gary as well. So we got some hearts in there. We've got some whiskers of theirs that they've shed that we've saved. Their little baby teeth, their little fangs that they've dropped. We've actually saved those as well. I don't know. Some people may think that's a little odd, but we just thought, why not hang on to it? So yeah, it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. Winnie is having a drink here. Fountain's a little low on water. We'll have to add that. We love these Cadit fountains. There's a little window on these newer models that show you how much water is in there. We usually keep it to this line, but we're a little low. And Winnie is doing really well. She actually had quite the adventure late last week and over the weekend, yesterday. On Friday, she had her annual dental visit at the vet's office. So she had her annual examination of her teeth and cleaning and things like that. So it's so funny how she drinks. She always drinks over the center flower and drinks on the opposite side. And of course, right when I say that, she stopped. Well, she kind of still is. But she never drinks to the closest side. She'll drink like over the flower. See, look at that. So silly. I don't know why she does that. She gets her fur all wet. Yes, we are smitten with kittens. But yeah, so Winnie had her dental visit on Friday, and for the dental visit, for them to do the examination of her gums and teeth cleaning and all that, her teeth, by the way, are in great shape. They said they look great, and she did well. But in order to do this examination, you notice her leg there has the little shaved fur, as Jenny likes to call it. It's her punk rock haircut. So it's basically they shave the fur on their leg when they do the dental examination, and then they put in a little needle there so they can put them under with some anesthesia so that they're out for the process. So they're asleep while they're doing the examination and teeth cleaning. Hey Steph, welcome to the chat. And so exactly, a poodle paw. That's a great way to put it. Jenny always says it's a punk rock haircut. Winnie, you got a punk rock haircut. So yeah, so she's got, what's that? She's getting all excited. She's getting all excited. I think she heard Gary. I'm gonna sit down in the chair here. Winnie, what's going on? What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? Boop. Those big eyes. So the funny thing about this is when they go under for their dental visits and get their teeth cleaned and everything, it's like those YouTube videos you see of like people coming back from surgery where they're all loopy and saying goofy stuff because they're still a little stoned from the anesthetic. And that's how Winnie is and Gary after those visits. So on Friday, we picked her up from the vet, and she was so like, I don't know how he'd put it, Jen. She was just so like loopy and just wanting to get into everything and stumbly. What's that, Jen? Well, yeah, Jenny just says it like it is. She says she was high as a kite and going on an adventure, and that's the truth. She was basically couldn't stop rubbing her head on stuff on our hands and headbutting us and purring and drooling. And that's actually the thumbnail I used, was a picture I took of her. That thumbnail for this video is a picture I took of her, and she just kind of had like one eye closed, and she was just purring all goofy and for like a whole day, basically, like Friday afternoon when we picked her up all the way into the late night, she just kept trying to jump up on the counter, jump down, look for food, drooling, was all over the place. Gary didn't know what to do. Gary kept like walking up to her, sniffing her, and like trying to bathe her because she smelled a little different from being in the vet's office. And it's the funniest thing. She was so goofy. So goofy. And the funny thing is, when Gary goes through that same process and has to be put under for anesthesia for a vet visit, yeah, exactly, a tripping kitten. When Gary goes through the same experience and he comes home, Winnie is not all like helpful and like Gary is and lovey trying to get exactly Lisa. Winnie instead hisses at Gary because she knows he's being weird and different, and Gary just wants to be all lovey and cuddle and it's the funniest thing. They're like the exact opposite. Winnie, what's going on? Is that Mama coming up? Huh? Boop, who's that? It's Mama. Winnie, come on. Come on. So yeah, so it's basically Winnie gets all like crazy when Gary's all like loopy, but Gary's fine. Gary's fine. Winnie, what are you doing? I don't know where Gary is. Winnie. But yeah, as of Saturday, she was fine. Oh, Gary's down there. Let's go see Gary. Let's go see Gary. Let's go see Gary. Gonna grab the birdie here. Grab the birdie here. Winnie. Winnie. She's still under the desk over there. Gary. Gary, where'd he go? There he is. Since Gary had some food, he's gonna chill now. Right, buddy? But this good boy was so concerned for his sister. He would kind of try to cuddle up to her, try to bathe her. He's so big. Oh, and by the way, the thing is, Winnie's a good weight, the vet weighed her and everything, and we were curious about Gary. His dental visit isn't until like April 12th. So we'll find out what the vet thinks about his weight. But we actually weighed him, and he's actually gone down a little bit. So he's still not close to 13 pounds. He's a little over 13 pounds, but it's like 13 and a half or so. So yeah, he's doing okay with his weight. I'm sure the vet will want us to have him down a little bit, and we're working on that. He's been doing good, eating the different foods he's got now. He's eats some pate, which seems to be helping with his weight. So, but he's doing good, right, buddy? And in these cold months, he's loving hanging out on this scratcher here. Right, buddy? But yeah, that's kind of the update with these two knuckleheads. They've been doing really well. Doing really well. Right, buddy? Do you want this? Do you want this? He's like, nope, I ate. I want to just chill out now, Papa. I don't want to play. But Winnie wants to play, I think. Winnie, I see you here. I see you here in the tunnel. Oh, she's getting excited over that ball even inside the tunnel. She is attacking this string underneath. She'll run inside the tunnel because she loves attacking this stick from inside the tunnel. You gonna go in, Winnie? You gonna attack it? She's watching it. She's watching it. See? She just loves being in this tunnel and attacking this from inside the tunnel. Winnie, she's trying to back up. Winnie, what are you doing? She's trying to get in there. She's trying to position herself. Okay, Winnie, I'll move it a little so it's not so dangerous. She's going to jump inside this tunnel to get this thing. Even though she sees it right here, she prefers to attack it from inside. I don't know why. You going to get it, Winnie? Huh? You going to get it? You going to get it? So silly. So silly. Winnie, what happened? What happened? It's standing up. It's standing up. It's standing up. Winnie. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Winnie. It's inside. She's like, Papa, that's not how this game is played. Not how this game is played. She's like, I better go inside and inspect this. She's like, no. Papa, why did you take that out? So silly. So silly. Look at this. Winnie, you got this whole tunnel like standing on end. She's so silly. Winnie, what are you doing? You put yourself inside this tunnel like this. I didn't do a thing. You've trapped yourself. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh my gosh, she's so silly. Winnie, you're being silly. What are you doing? Hi. Look at this mess you got yourself into. What are you going to do? I'm going to tip this down. There you go. There you go. But yeah, that's how things have been going. And they've been doing really well. Winnie had a great dental visit. Gary's been very friendly with Winnie and trying to keep her calm when she came off her anesthesia. And yeah, they've been very playful and having fun. Yeah, I'm sorry if I kind of had a odd start here with the stream getting used to a new phone. So I was back a bunch of generations, a bunch of years. So things are different in the new YouTube app I'm on here. Oh, Winnie, you're meowing. Time for more food. Time for more food in the fancy restaurant. Okay, okay. But yeah, thanks for joining me. We're going to make this a shorter one today, only 30 minutes or so, because got some stuff going on to finish off the weekend here in the house. Look at this girl going crazy. But thanks for chatting with me and joining us. It's been wild. I can't believe it's been 7 years. We started doing these live streams. I think it was like June of 2017. Just a few months after we adopted them. So yeah, like on our YouTube channel, like you can always watch the previous live streams, and when you go to our channel and click on the category for live, and it shows all those videos. But then under the videos and shorts, there's other more produced videos we put out that we've done over the years. So it's kind of a trip to see, if you go back in time, some of the, if you sort the list by the oldest, to see how little they were. It's so wild. But it's been really fun over the past 7 years, 7+ years, kind of documenting their growth, and it's always been so fun. We all say we'd be taking pictures and recording videos of them anyways. So for those of you who used to watch them at Kitten Academy and watch their journey, thanks for hanging out with us. And even if you just discovered them and just seen this is your first video even, thanks for tuning in. It's been so fun watching these two grow up, these two knuckleheads. And if you're not familiar with Kitten Academy, be sure to check them out. Kitten Academy live stream. Right now there's 2 mom cats with litters of kittens there, which you can adopt. Be sure to check that out. And thanks to Lisa and Jenny and Jonathan for doing moderation on this channel for so long. It's so wonderful. Look at you, Winnie. Boop, boop. She's being silly. She loves this tunnel. And thanks for chatting with me and hanging out with me every week, everybody. Winnie's just hanging here. But we're going to take off for now. We will see you again next week. Thanks all. Winnie, you're so silly. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Bye. Say goodbye to Gary. Bye, Gary. Bye, buddy. Bye.